I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths. Welcome to my wreath shop. In this video I want to show you how to make a simple lantern swag. You'll be amazed at how easy these are to make. While we're making a fall one today, you can use the same technique for any holiday season or occasion. For example, look at these that I've already made this season. Aren't they just beautiful? Let me show you the supplies you're going to need to get started. You'll need wire cutters, scissors, zip ties, floral wire, pipe cleaners, and then you're going to need, these are floral picks. I like to choose picks that are already pretty much pre-made. They already have a bunch of items already connected to it and it's just on one stem. So here's a couple of them that I like to use. And then you're going to need items such as pumpkins, larger flowers. Then we'll need some fillers such as leaves and more flowers. These flowers come on a big bush. Then I just like to cut them off and use them that way. You could also, if you wanted to, incorporate some ornaments if you wanted. But then you're going to need some ribbon and, of course, a lantern. The first thing to do is to start with the pick that is pre-wired for you, that has all the important elements in it, and choose 3 colors from it. I feel it's easier when you're starting out to just choose 3 colors. So for this one I'm going to choose yellow, red, and orange. So I take the pick and then I begin just layering items to it. So if I want this to be on top, seeing the most, I start layering items behind it. And then I'll just start coming up on the stem right here, just layering more items. So once I've got a few items that I like on this side, I then add items going in this direction on this side. So then I have another pick here that I like to use, and I just place it underneath my hand. And I'm leaving this open right here because this is where my hand is. This is where the bow will go. And then I might put a pumpkin in the back. If this is the front, this will be the back. And then I can use maybe another flower. And then some more of this red flowers. So once I get it positioned the way I like it, I take zip ties and I'm going to zip tie the whole thing together. I'm going to do 2, always double up the zip ties in case one breaks. Trim the zip ties. And then this is what you should have so far. So you have some longer items on one side and then some shorter items on the other side. So to make the bow, I decided I wanted to pull out all of the colors in the base of the swag. So to do that, I'm going to use multiple ribbons, but if I make one bow with multiple ribbons, it would just be too overbearing for the lantern. So I'm going to make a funky bow for this. To do this, I cut all my ribbon strips into 1 yard long, and then I've got them in different widths. So I've got 2 of the same print at 2.5 inches wide, and then 4 in different patterns that are 1.5 inch wide. I've also cut a 50-inch ribbon. This is what I'm going to use to tie it on to the lantern swag, but I'm going to put that to the side. To do the bow, I first look at the base of the swag, and I just pull one of the ribbons, and I look at it, and I just kind of make a loop at the bottom of it, and I just hold it to where I think I want the ribbon loops to come out of the swag. So then once I've got it eyeballed where I like it, I then come over on my mat and I just measure it. So this is 12 inches. So then I start forming the bow. So if you haven't seen my video, I have a video on how to make a funky bow, but let me show you real quickly. So you just have a little bit of a tail coming down and you pinch it together. And then if you're going to measure the 12 inches, and then you push it into your thumb and pinch it again. So now you've got your first loop, and you're going to turn the back so that the print is facing forward. You always want the print, the good side, facing towards you. So then I'll pick another one, and I might alternate the ribbon tail where it might fall, so some will fall above the one that I just did and some will fall below it. But I just keep doing that, measuring the loop and then twisting to make it come forward. And then once I've got those together, I just make sure it's fluffed and it's all in the same length. And then I'm going to use a pipe cleaner and tie it off with a pipe cleaner. And then what I'm going to do is maneuver some of the ribbons around to the back. So I want, let's see, I want one of these going to the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the pipe cleaner in two. And I'll have some ribbons going towards the back, but I pull it up into the pipe cleaner. And then, let's see, I'll have this one coming in the back. Maybe a red one coming in the back. Okay. And then once I like that, you can just give it a one twist or one or two twists right here. Now that we have our bow made, I'm going to take it and put it inside of the base of the swag. So I just position it where I like it. And then I'm going to turn it over and twist it with the pipe cleaner. Again, if you want to use floral wire, you can. I can't hardly see that stuff. Alright, and then just clip it off the excess. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and also tie on the, this is the tie that I'm going to use to attach it to the lantern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it more closer to the shorter side of the base. So I just run it underneath on the back. And then just tie a knot. And there we have it. So the bow is now added to the base. Okay, so I have my lantern, I'm going to tie it now around the base. I'm sorry, I'm going to tie the base around the lantern top. I'm just going to tie it in a bow right now. Okay, so once I have it on there, this is when I start moving things around. So now that it's on, I can start to bend some of these picks that are hanging out. I want them to kind of go downward. Sorry, I need to turn it around. I can't see. Want the ribbon to go, the long tails to kind of go underneath this longer side. And then I move some of these ribbon up around the back and around the side. And then I separate the picks on this side so that they're spread out evenly. Okay. So when I get it to where I like it, all right, so here is what we have so far. So we've got, this is the shorter end. So these are shorter, these are longer, and you've got the ribbon coming down underneath it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim up some of these ribbon streamers with scissors, because I said that they might be too many. So I'm going to trim up the ones in the back first. I'm just going to cut them shorter. The ones in the front a little bit shorter. Your goal is not to cover up the lantern so much, because you still want to be able to see whatever decorations you put inside of it, or any candle and stuff. Okay, so now that I've got this, let me show you what I do next. So from here, I start filling in around the bow with with some of the picks by just hot gluing them. Sometimes I just place them in there. I know you probably can't see exactly what I'm doing, but I might just place them in there at first, here and there, making sure that there's color all around. Once I figure out my design, that's when I can I start making it more permanent with hot glue. Okay, so first I'm going to do this pine cone, and I'm just going to, remember, I'm hot gluing to the ribbon. I haven't actually gotten any hot glue on my lantern yet because I stick it to the ribbon and I hold it there for a few minutes. But if you can come up, think of a way to protect your lantern, I don't know, maybe putting some foil on it, or I'm not even sure if that would work. So far I haven't had a problem with any of the hot glue going onto the lantern. But yeah, just see how I'm just holding it right there under the bow. And then once that's secure, I'll start adding more picks. Now you can use these for any occasion or holiday. So what I'm doing now is I found a place for these leaves and I put it in the ribbon, and I'm just going to gently, without trying to get burned, push the ribbon up against the hot glue on both sides so that it stays in place. So here's where I've added these leaves. And now I've got a little hole right here, so I'm going to add these flowers. So I've added the flowers in. There's a little hole there. And then I'm going to come around to the front and add a few of these sprigs. I have actually didn't even know about these lantern swags until about 2 years ago. I had never even heard of them. Somebody asked me, do I have a video on how to make one of these? And I had to Google it to see what it was. But they're pretty. Again, you don't want the swag to overpower the lantern. You want it just to enhance and give a little bit of fall flair, or whatever holiday you're decorating for. So this is what we have so far. And then if you turn it, I've got still a little hole right here. It's more towards the back. And also, let me show you, if you see, there's some of these picks that we've put together, they're a little longer. So you see how this comes out pretty far. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my wire cutters and clip that shorter. You could bend them too, if they're real thick. So now I'm going to glue some leaves in there. Okay, so now that we have added, I've gone through and I've just added a few sprigs here and there, just to fill it out a little bit more. And now what I want to show you how to do the ribbon. Like if you have this ribbon coming out on the side and it's not staying there, what you can do is just attach like these. I like these glue dots. They're called dashes actually. You can do hot glue, but to me it burns. So what I do is I just attach the glue dots, glue dashes on the ribbon, and then I peel off the backing on it. and then I just attach it underneath this flower. So now that ribbon is going to stay over there. We'll glue one more. Okay, so basically here is the lantern swag. How does it look? It's very pretty. Now to finish this up, I'm just going to remove it from the lantern, and then I just turn it over on the back. And anywhere there is some of the where the mechanics are showing, like the pipe cleaner or the floral wire or zip ties, I take ivy leaves, or you can use any leftover leaves, and hot glue them on. So this is just going to cover up the mechanics. It gives it more of a professional look. There you have it. You can also cut any of these picks that you feel are too long. I like to keep some of them long, but if they're like, you know, coming way out, sometimes you get longer picks, you might want to take those off. But, so here's the back. This is what you use to tie it onto the lantern with. And then here's the front. Let me know how you like this video by commenting below. Or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or my blog so that you're notified when I make another video. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see. Happy reading! Watch it being recorded now? Dang it! Why haven't you had that before? We're making a fall one, but for welcome to my wreath shop. Today